And we are up and running. The stealth class, the e-bike class. Who has that first hole shot here? Cade Nightingale out of Mounds, Oklahoma. And it turns out they crash just like regular motorcycles as well, Rodney. Couple riders going down. Popping right back up.
You know,
Nightingale.
Interesting, you know, I heard you guys and Jason talking in particular about the different settings and things of as far as the power and things of that nature. I wonder what the restrictions, do they have restrictions? Is this an open thing? I mean, or do they have to all have it on the same setting?
Questions I can't answer, but I think they're so advanced. I don't see a dad out there porting and polishing a battery. You know, I don't know what you can do unless you work for Dell or something. Maybe you can pull something off, or your dad's a serious electrician. I mean, I don't think that they could even get to that point. They're so new, but what do I know? Yeah, there are settings, but I would imagine they all have to be on the same one.
Right.
One would have to imagine. Just making up the rules.
Oh,
another rider goes down. There's the 71 slipping by.
There's one.
That's Grayson Porco.
Yeah, it looks like that 29 may have stalled out there in the turn.
How is that possible?
I don't know.
You can't stall electricity.
He stopped in the top of the turn like he was stalled.
Was he not going 88 miles an hour? 1.21 gigawatts, all the electrical jokes we can come up with. We're going to throw them at you. There is the number 40, Cade Nightingale, your early race leader. And my goodness, that is a very comfortable lead. The rumble of the e-bike class making their way around this racetrack. We used to joke about the PW class. This one, this is ultra quiet, but
I'm on the megawatts page here, man. I'm on the bus. I think we need to put little speakers on them and give them motorcycle sounds.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Get JBL to sponsor it.
Yeah.
Little speakers on the bikes.
Yeah, and the cool thing about it is you could dial them in to listen to hear it sound like anything you wanted them to sound like.
Whatever your favorite sound. You buy the upgrade package sound.
Yeah, you could get a Bultaco, a Harley.
Oh, wow. So that's what you're talking about.
A 450, a 250, a 125, whatever you want.
Diesel bus. Here he comes, Cade Nightingale. Out of Oklahoma, one lap in the books. If you want to have a Jake break when you come into the turn. Up and over the tabletop. They jump just as well. They are absolutely moving on these little 50s.
Yeah.
So you must be between the ages of 4 and 6 and be on an electric bike.
That's this, again, an interesting class. You know what's even cooler about this? We saw the 42-man gate take off there just a moment ago, but what else we saw is there was about 6 or maybe 8 kids up in this tent waiting on a call for that
the alternates.
Yeah.
Any of them make it in?
I don't know if they did or not, but I know they were waiting.
Well, I've got my head out the window so I can actually hear these things. They put out a little bit of noise.
That's the wind they're cutting, I think.
Dad's back there in the mechanics area actually driving them. They're remote controlled. The kid just sits on and hangs on for dear life. Slow down, Dad. You are reckless with me on this thing. Here's your top 10 brought to you by the Motorcycle Mechanics Institute. Cade Nightingale, 10-second lead in 1 lap. Oliver Abreu is second. Grayson Porco, that's the name we've called. He's third. Levi Geist fourth. We've seen him out on the racetrack earlier on a different class, different bike. Jay Still fifth. Gavin McCoy sixth. Levi Letty seventh. Cannon Zabonyak 8th. Corey What's Up Holmes is 9th. And Jeter Ramirez, the slick fielding middle infielder, in that number 10 spot. Early on in the race, anything can happen. A boost of energy, a lightning strike could, I don't know, change the outcome of this race. I don't know. So new, I don't know what the variables are until they kind of happen.
They're going to come up with these little these electrical
interferers. Your parents are going to have them zap a kid.
Yeah, exactly. They'll stop their machines some kind of frequency.
Now, what I wouldn't be surprised if there are Bluetooth capabilities that allow you to handle the power curve. I've been at go-kart tracks where if you're getting reckless, the guy can just shut your go-kart down. They've had that technology for 20 years. So. Yeah. I would not be surprised if there's ways, if you see your child is like on the first time on the motorcycle, just whiskey throttling towards a fence, just stop it with the Bluetooth safety button there on your phone. Easy. Write that down, Sean from Cobra. Just give me a little bit of money on that great idea. There's Oliver Abreu in the number 2 spot on the 21. He looks over to the left. That's the crazy part. Like, if you get scared or you're hollering at somebody, that guy's going to hear you. It's like riding, it's a mountain bike race. You can hear everything that's going on. Great little packs of racing throughout. These things race just like are combustible engine motorcycles, as you would imagine. Here comes Cade Nightingale, lap number 2. He had a 10-second lead. Let's see how much it has grown. And the rumble of the electric motorcycle comes at us the second lap. Listen to this thing, Rodney. There it went.
You could hear the chain clacking.
Yeah.
That's about it.
That's it.
You know, I saw some video footage of the 65cc that the Deegans put on line here back, you know, probably right around quarantine time, or actually just before the quarantine started. And I got to say, man, I was really impressed with what that 65 model, the bigger model of these machines did. And these right here are quite impressive as well. And I agree with you. This is a great starter model, especially with the settings and stuff that you can dial up.
Yeah, we got a chance to look at them at Straight Rhythm, and they are designed to where you can buy one motorcycle and it stretches. It will literally, you can change the ergonomics where it gets bigger, and the settings grow to where it starts at the smaller 50 and it just gets bigger. That's fascinating to me, because you can save buying 3 motorcycles for your kid as he grows up. How about that?
Price? How are we looking on price?
I don't really know. I think Wygant said it's a little more expensive. I don't know. I don't know the price.
Well, I mean, if you were looking at it from a standpoint of having to buy a child a new bike over the course of the next 3 years, I'm sure it works out theoretically cheaper to do that.
Right. A couple riders going down. The crowd, you can hear them for sure. The yellow flags are out. Tim Cotter and the flagging crew deserves a huge kudos. Like, I was talking to Gene Stoll. I caught him on the way down the hill. He was just cruising around giving Segway tours here at the ranch. Not really. He does Segway tours in Pittsburgh, but I figured he'd be doing Segway tours here. But he was like, man, and I did it. We did it yesterday. We always try to give some love to our flaggers. They work so hard, and they are the first line of defense. When you're talking about your child out on the racetrack, these folks are the first line of defense to keep your kids safe, and they do a wonderful job. All of our track staff, even the guys going around picking up trash, that's a thankless job, man. The track crew here, keeping the place looking beautiful.
They do a great job here all around on the track.
Just imagine keeping this little city going.
Yeah.
I mean, It literally is a city, and there's infrastructure that needs to be addressed, and they do a great job from the flagging crew, the track staff, the registration, scoring. The announcers are obviously incredible. That goes without saying. And Cade Nightingale, he might be on his way. He's opened it up to 18 seconds. Could he be the first e-bike champion?
Well, he had a Moto win earlier today, so he obviously knows his way around here, either on a 2-stroke or on a no-stroke on an electric bike.
Stroke.
So I was down there at the start, hung out of the infield for a lap. I've never heard actual individual names cheered by fans during a race, but you can hear the actual names being yelled. And the start, there was nothing. In fact, Kerry Coombs said, hey, next time, can you guys yell or something before the gate drops? Because there was nothing. No one even knew the race was starting. Because literally the car turned sideways, and I see all the kids look down at the gate, but there is no noise at all.
Yeah, I was going through the lineup.
There's no revving.
No, not at all.
There's no revving of the engine and then dumping the clutch, or even on the single-speed bikes, you're at least giving it a little something,
right,
and they're loud just idling. So that was an interesting experience.
Yeah. I had just finished up running the lineup, and I had just looked up, and they were halfway.
And they were already down
straight away.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. They've given us the information in our ear that the MSRP, I believe, is $5,400, and we got a lap to go. And I think a lot of people are like, oh, my gosh, that's a lot of money. But it's actually, I think, like $700 more
than the
regular gas 50. So you're not actually, it's only $700 more. That's the difference.
And we saw it at Straight Rhythm,
compared
right?
to not owning a motorcycle at all. It would be a lot more. Yes.
And this bike, you can actually grow the ergonomics to stretch out to your rider. That's the selling point to me.
Yeah, that's the idea, to try to offset those costs. Well, first of all, they think, as far as maintenance and reliability, huge upside there. The 50s especially are very temperamental. You go through clutches quickly. Then you talk about gas and air filters and oil and all that stuff. That wouldn't be a factor with these. So that's one thing. But more importantly, yeah, they've designed this bike to be able to be ridden by, say, age 3 all the way up to age 10. The hope is that could be 2 or 3 motorcycles, all the way up to almost a 65 size.
Yep. Same wheelbase, everything's pretty similar.
Yeah, so they've got suspension you can raise and lower with the kit, and then the bodywork you can raise and lower. So you get 3 different heights. So it's almost the small 4 to 6 size bike at the lower end, and then you can go all the way to the 7 to 8 division could race on bikes this size. But this year we're just doing a 4 to 6 only. All right, I'm headed down because guess what? It's a short race.
Last podium right here.
Yep, and could be Cade Nightingale making that history that you were talking about.
Jay Still, though, has something to say. He's trying to reel him in. In fact, he was 4 seconds a lap faster than Cade Nightingale. That's our 3rd lap there.
How long are they?
I believe 4.
4 laps.
But
so
your
the
mic's
white
on,
flag
so you're asking
is
everybody,
out.
bro.
How many laps?
Ronnie trying to be smooth.
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, I got the wrong thing here.
Oh, there you go.
How many laps are they running? Nobody.
There's Nightingale. He's going to see the checker flag here in just a minute, Rodney.
This thing doesn't turn on.
Rodney's still talking.
Oh my gosh, that's dangerous.
Yeah,
that's the one that they just used to check up on us.
Yeah.
All right, so this is some history here, the electric motorcycles, and I will be glad to handle the first ever podium, and could be Cade Nightingale or maybe Jay Steele.
Yeah, Cade Nightingale trying to bring this one home. He's right directly in front of us. Going to jump that step up, drop down beside those two trees, and Cade Nightingale is going to be your first e-bike champion. He's got 2 more turns to go, and we've almost got this one in the books. 1 more turn to go for the number 40 of Cade Nightingale on the KTM. And how about it? Put your hands together for this historic first ever Moto win at Loretta Lynn's on the number 40 machine. It is Cade Nightingale. Nightingale is your winner. Let's look back to Jay Steele. He's going to come across on the number 97 machine. We've got KTMs. We have Cobras. Both of those manufacturers putting out the bikes.
Good job, buddy.
There's the number 42. Great ride for him. The number 64, the 42. Still there's Jaden Smart. Unbelievable. We didn't even say Jaden's name, and he comes all the way back to the number 2 spot. So Jaden Smart has a shot at this championship still. Here's your podium. It's going to be Nightingale, Smart, and Jeter Ramirez. 1, 2, 3. Jay Steele goes all the way from 2nd to 4th. Corey Holmes will be 5th. Oliver Abreu is 6th. Anderson Waddell 7th. Lana McNeil 8th. Alan Scott and Zaboynian will round out your top 10 as the checker flag continues to fall here in this first ever Mini E 4 to 6 junior class. And they are getting things situated down on our podium. Jason Wygant excited to talk to these kids.
Well, we've done it. We put the Mini E class in the books for the Moto win. And the crazy thing is, as different as these bikes are and as new as the experience is, the winners are familiar names. These are riders who are battling around the podium on the regular 2-strokes earlier today, including our Moto winner. And he also is our whole shot winner, and he's already up here ready to celebrate. So let's make her happen. We'll give him the Stasic whole shot award. Stasic, hey, they're electric powered. So we'll go from one electric brand to the newest. KTM and Husqvarna, they made this Mini E machine. We've got a class for it, and Cade Nightingale, who had a gold medal earlier today, has another one. First ever Moto winner, Cade Nightingale. And we got a crush of media down here because I think it's not lost on anyone how significant this is. Stasic whole shot award, a little bit of irony there. Stasic, the stability cycle, the electric engine in that, helping breed a lot of motorcycle riders, so we hope. And a lot of upside for the industry with this very easy to ride type machine. All right, Cade, come on in. All right, you obviously are fast on your regular 50. How does this compare? What's it like to ride?
It feels good, and it's weird to have no sound, and the track was getting hard at the end, and my seat fell off in the middle of the moto, and it was hard to go without it.
It's just more training, riding without the seat. Hey, could you hear people yelling and cheering during the race?
Yes.
Yeah, that's all new. Have you ridden your bike, your regular bike, and this one? Are you faster on one or the other? Do you know?
Yeah, I'm faster on the other bike.
Faster on the other one, okay. You got the Moto win. Who do you want to thank?
Cobra Moto, Bees Moto Lab, Dunlop Tires, Bell Helmets, and Oakley Goggles, FX Gear, and Novik Gloves, and Alpine Star Boots.
All right, Cade Nightingale making history. Moto winner in the first ever Mini E Moto here at Loretta's. And we got plenty of time to celebrate the rest of the podium. It's our final Moto of the second day of racing. And like I said, these are familiar names because they were up front in our other classes. I believe Jeter Ramirez ended up in 3rd. Let's get that 42 of Jaden Smart on up there. He's also proven fast, be it on a 2-stroke gas machine, be it on electric. Silver medal, let's hear it for Jaden Smart. So same for you. You were fast on your regular 50. How does this bike compare? What's it like to ride?
A senior.
Is this pretty fun?
Yeah.
Yeah. Could you hear people cheering for you during the race?
Yes.
Have you ever had that happen before?
Yeah.
Oh, you like it?
Yeah.
Okay. Who do you want to thank?
My mom, dad, Gold Country Casino, Fox, OG Goggles, Only Creations, Dunlop, Justin Costello from State Farm, Bees Moto Lab, Roost, Cobra Moto, and everybody else.
Jaden Smart taking second in the Mini E division. All right, Jeter Ramirez coming up here. Cheetah taking third. Let's hear it for Jeter Ramirez. A solid base hit for Jeter, taking third in this moto. Okay, you have a regular 50, right? How does this compare? What's it like to ride this? What's this electric bike like compared to a regular bike? Is it fun?
Yes.
Did you hear people cheering for you?
Yeah.
Was that cool? Yeah. How'd your moto go, Jeter? Tell me about it.
It went good.
All right. Who do you want to thank?
My dad, my mom, my brother for doing all my bike maintenance, Game Moto, Bees Moto Lab, Dunlop, Roost, Bell Helmets, my Uncle Chris.
Got to thank Uncle Chris and your brother for doing the work. Let's hear it for him. Jeter Ramirez, third place. And it happened.